Right now, the agency world is violently separating into two camps. There are the integrators, still stuck in 2025, gluing automations together in N8N. And they panic anytime an API fails or a Zap fails to fire. This is literally cooking agency owners because of the overhead. They're scared to onboard more clients because what if the backend breaks? And then there are the architects. They've realized long ago that N8N and Zapier are dead. They're just GUIs. Now they're using Cursor and Claude Code to build custom tools which give their agents superpowers. And they do this all in plain English in minutes, making their agents perform even as good as new hires. It makes you question, if you're a business owner, who do you even hire in 2026? The middle ground is gone. But how do we actually close the gap? Do you become a developer? That's not my intention with this video. You need to make 3 specific shifts in how you view technology in the first place. I want to give you the exact mental framework to stop renting software and start building assets for your business. Here are the 3 truths. Shift number 1. The interface. If you own an agency or ever worked in an agency, you'd know that it's a hodgepodge of tons of different tools, and your mind is scattered. The first shift is realizing that GUIs, these graphic user interfaces, buttons and menus, are for the consumer. For the last decade, you've been trained to think that easier means drag and drop. That is a lie. Drag and drop is a cage. It limits you to what you used to be able to do. Now, the developer has control, not you. But in 2026, that's completely changing. This used to be the end of the line for someone who didn't have technical expertise. But now you can build out technical things in minutes. But that limit has all but gone away in 2026. The truth, the most powerful interface now is already sitting in your computer. It's that little thing we call the terminal, or if you're scared of terminals, there's Cursor. Tools like Cursor and Claude Code are enabling more and more agency owners and operators to perform at peak productivity. They can plan their marketing campaigns, execute their marketing campaigns, build out emails, and do so much so fast. Instead of them having to do the work and tell AI to execute it, they let AI take care of everything and make AI actually do the work. So stop looking at the buttons. Start describing the outcome. If you can write a brief, you can now build the tools. The second shift is moving from buying SaaS to building your own tools. The old way was, I have a problem. Let me find a monthly subscription, or let me find some paid solution. AI has completely eliminated the need for that. The new way is, I have a problem. Let me ask AI to solve it for me. You can ask Claude Code or Cursor to build mini apps that solve 100% of your problems. You don't need a heavy CRM to track 50 leads. You don't need a new tool to analyze those leads. You need to just drop it into Cursor and ask it what to do. The perfect example of this was analyzing our customer data in Hyros by simply asking Cursor, what does this data mean? The value isn't in the tool anymore. It's in your ability to command tools like Cursor and Claude Code. And one of the best parts about these tools, you can keep prompting over and over and over. That means more work, more productivity. Shift number 3, tools over connectivity. The final shift is realizing that everyone is obsessed with MCPs, but they are missing the point of agents. MCP is just a buzzword. The truth is much simpler. As someone who's built thousands of AI agents, an AI agent is just a smart worker, and a worker is useless without custom tools, or now they're being called skills. The new way, you don't build the path, you build the tools, and you let AI find out how to make it work. In 2026, you use Cursor to write a small custom script called a tool. Maybe it's a specific way you calculate ROI. Maybe it's a specific way that you make ads. Maybe it's a specific way that you brief stuff. It's time to start documenting all of your processes and turning them into tools for your AI agents. You can give this custom tool to any AI agent in Cursor or Claude Code and say, here's your toolbox, now go increase my revenue. You don't tell it how to connect the steps. You simply give it the capability and it figures out the path itself. And if the market changes, you don't rebuild the whole thing. You just sharpen your toolbox. This will enable you to stop building the most basic AI agents and finally unlock a new level of productivity with AI. Start forging custom tools that give your AI superpowers. When you combine these three shifts, you and your team's productivity will skyrocket. While your competition is scrambling to make hires or waiting for their developer to get back to them, you can already start implementing these things today. The time it takes you to describe a feature, describe a workflow, is the time it takes for Claude Code to figure it out. You can write it while you're on a meeting and deploy it right after. This is completely revolutionizing how I'm working with AI. This is going to eliminate the need for all these different subscriptions. You've removed the speed limit on your productivity as a business. So I'm not asking you to become a coder. I'm asking you to stop being a renter of features and start being a manager of AI. You can keep dragging bubbles and paying monthly fees, or you can open Cursor, type in plain English what you want, and let it figure out how to do it for you. And yes, that also means writing your own tools. The barrier to entry is now 0. The only variable left is you. But I know the hardest part is the first step. You know what to build, but you don't know how to do it. You don't know the syntax of how to speak to AI in the right way. So I've removed that friction for you. I have put together the Agent Tool Blueprint. It is a raw, no fluff guide on how to write your first custom tool in plain English. I'm not selling it because the truth should be free. Link is below. Download the blueprint, build your first tool, and stop renting your future. Let's get to work.